Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're on the VN server taking a look at the next stage, Swiss stage of the Supreme League. Now my viewer, unfortunately, he has not made it past the group stage. In fact, you had to win 10 to 11 matches against your 15 matched opponents in order to qualify. Basically, that was a cutoff. And so a lot of people are going to be left behind and they are now going to be participating in the betting. So we're going to show you how the betting actually is working, and then also the store, which is going to refresh every stage. And this is going to give you up to 3 stellar crystals and some other minor rewards like the Twilight Essences. So how it's going to work is the people who are not participating, they're in the actual matches, they're going to be betting, right? There are currently 80 members, 80 the top members basically in the Supreme League, the top 80 of them. They're all together and they're going to be going through the Swiss stage. Now, if we take a look at these questions, these are automatically generated. It's not like you can select these, and you can choose which one you want to answer or how much you want to wager on the different various ones. So the first question is, will a specific player advance? And then you can try to break it down by looking at this actual player's team formations. You can see the team formations that are now currently locked in. They're going to be going head to head. And if you take a look at his history, for example, in the group stage, like, he did do very well. He got 12 out of 15 wins, which is decent. However, also, I feel like a lot of people, and you can see like the sentiment of the people who are betting, but I personally feel like it's not really guaranteed that this person is going to advance. I think they really are on the borderline, because when you look at the level of the players here, all of them are insane, right? Because they've made it through the group stage, which is no easy feat, right? So that is why even if the player looks strong, you have to really try to break it down, look at all the opponents he's going to be facing, which is all 80, which is like realistically not really going to do that. So then you look at his individual teams and see how solid are they. Can they win 3 out of 5? Because in order to get a win basically counted in this mode, you need to win 3 out of 5 with your teams. So that's one of them. The other one is, will Shakira, a specific hero, have a win rate above 50% in this group? A lot of people have betted against this, and while I obviously understand that Shakira is a below average hero for PvP generally speaking, it also depends on the match lineup. And unfortunately, again, like, no one's actually going to sit through here and look through all of the different people's teams and then try to note down each one that is using Shakira and say, is this actually an overall strong team or not? Because what if someone has Shakira on their really strong team, right? Then it's going to have a higher win rate. If they have Shakira on one of their really weak teams, leftover teams, then potentially, yes, it will have a low rate. So my viewer has gone for this question, which I think is potentially fine. Most likely, it is going to be that Shakira will have a below 50% win rate, meaning you would wager X. And he went all in here. He went with all 2,000, and you're going to get, I guess, 2,000 of this tokens, maybe potentially every stage, to bet with. And then the final question, now this one, I feel like is just calculatable. I asked AI with 80 members in going to a Swiss stage, what is going to be the highest expected win streak? And if this game follows a standard Swiss stage format, there will be a win streak of 6+ wins, 6 to 7 wins, probably 6 wins exactly, with 80 players, because this is how the rounds go. Basically, you keep matching winners into winners until eventually there is only one winner left at the end, right? And they match losers into losers until there's the overall biggest loser in the end. Like, to basically make a whole ranking format. So this is like a Swiss stage is not RNG based. It's that you will be matching up against players who have won, and losing players will match up against people who are lose. And if you're on a 3-win streak, you'll match up with other 3-win streak. And so, but with 80 members, statistically or calculation wise, it should be 6 expected win streak. So will the longest win streak in this group exceed 5? I feel like this might be the most guaranteed bet. which is that you wager yes. Now, the only thing up in the air is how is the Swiss stage format actually going to be? Is it exactly how a standard Swiss stage format happens in other competitive games, which you can trust in that AI answer, or is there going to be some difference here? So yeah, I personally would probably go with the blue wager on this one, because it's statistically, it would have to be a 6-win streak. At least the player who won every match would have to be 6 rounds at least. Anyway, that's going to be basically it for the betting. And then, of course, based on your rewards, you will be able to pick up the shop. From the shop, there's different things. And most importantly, you just want the stellar crystals, 3 of them. Yeah, but as you guys can see, the competition is no joke. And it's probably going to be pretty similar for our servers. Making it past group stage into Swiss stage already is really just going to be the top level, you know, multiple Paragon 4 teams, and also running meta teams. And so definitely the mid spenders probably are not going to be able to make it to Swiss stage unless they are heavily PvP focused, in which case it's possible. But even then, making 5 teams for a mid spender is difficult, right? And now it's only going to get harder and harder from here on out. And if you're just interested in some specific roles, now there's a new lock-in to change up your team formation each time there's a new stage. In group stages, there was a lock-in, and then those stages, the teams were basically revealed, the matching happened, and then the end of the group stages. Then when they moved into Swiss stage, there was a 2-day preparation phase where you could lock in any team you wanted. You could change your teams around. So basically every stage, it seems like you're going to be able to customize your teams, and that is going to keep people guessing, and also that's really important. Otherwise, people know exactly what you're running. So basically that's going to happen. Now, apart from that, for this Swiss stage, the top 16 ranked from this Swiss stage, because Swiss stage is going to rank in order, the top 16 are going to go promoted directly to the round of top 32. And then the remaining 32 who still qualify, because as you see here, 48 are going to be moving on, advancing, whereas 32 are going to be left behind out of the 80 here. But out of that 48, the top 16 of the 48 are going straight directly to the top 32. And then the other 32, bottom 32, they're going to go through knockout matches, I believe. And then it's going to be eliminated into 16. I believe that is then going to be the knockout stage. And knockout probably also, it depends how they do the knockout. If they do the knockout and match you according to your Swiss stage ranking, which, like, your seeding, right? The seeds you for in competitive games, then I think it would probably be fair. If it's completely random, then I feel like it would not be fair. The knockout stage. So we're gonna have to see how that does. But yeah, that is basically the plan. And then it will be top 32. Then it will be top 16, and then it will be top 8, and then it will be top 4, and potentially all of these will be happening simultaneously and just being calculated, because it'll just be knockout stages one after the other, and then eventually you're going to end up with your ranking positions. So anyway, guys, that's basically going to be it for this video. Hopefully it is helpful. If there's anything else you notice or want to comment on, you can feel free to leave a comment down below. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Supreme League coming to global server. I can't wait for that. And hopefully, whether you'll be betting or whether you'll be participating, hopefully you're also looking forward to it. And of course, team comps are going to be coming. I do have a plan of how to make it a little bit, kind of impossible for enemies to counter, because that's one thing obviously you have to keep in mind, because if I am going to be sharing teams, and then other people who are really competitive are looking at the teams I'm sharing, and then they try to counter you on each of those different maps, then they're going to have a big advantage. So the way I've figured out to basically get around that is actually come up with the same team of basically 5 sets of teams, but arranged on different maps. And I'll have 2 different formation ideas that you guys can copy down, and you'll just pick one at random, right? And then the enemy, I mean, if they try to counter one of those set of formations, well, you could have picked the other one, and actually then you would be countering them, right? So I'm going to try to position it in a way that if the enemy is going to try to counter this one, my other set that I will have will be a counter to their counter, right? So like basically then it won't be as easy to counter, or it'll just be RNG based on which one you pick of the two different things. And then basically I think people will probably not even try to counter at that point. So that was my whole idea behind that, because obviously that's something we need to work around, because the counters do exist in AFK Journey. Like, for example, if someone's running a Pandora Shamira comp, let's just say, then you run a Pandora Lily May comp, which just hard counters that. Or like, you know, you guys get the point. If the enemy has an ultimate based comp, you run a Dunlinger comp. This is what people would like to counter, but that's why we need to set it up in a way that they don't know what they're countering, right? If we have two different team formations which are exactly opposite of each other, then if they counter one, then they lose to the other. Like, then it's still gonna be a 50-50 at the end of the day, and probably then it wouldn't be worth people doing that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.